Alright, so before we get into this video, I wanted to let you all know that something pretty big has happened in my life, and I wanted to discuss it real quickly with you all, and I'm going to put timestamps down below in the description for you all to follow, so if you want to skip forward ahead to the main crux of where this video starts, by all means you have every right to do so, but if you are also down to hear an update from me about my life, then stick around through this first little bit of the video. It is a pretty cool one, and one that helps for the future of this channel, and so basically what it is the fact that my life through school and education has officially come to an end. Just this past Wednesday, I submitted my final assignment for my graduate program, and in December, I'm going to be graduating with a master's in digital marketing. Man, what a way to complete 17 or so years of me doing this kind of thing, and it was just something that I wanted to let you all know about because of the fact that in many cases throughout the last 3 or so years since I've been doing this channel, it's hindered how I've gone about uploading. School has taken many hours out of my time every day through every week for the last several years, and so I've always tried to find a way to make sure that I've been able to do that along with uploading frequently and consistently. Of course, I wasn't always able to do it, but I found a way at points. Now that I don't have to worry about school and that added stress, I can now maybe for the future look more at YouTube and be able to put more time into it. So yeah, I'm all done now, and to kind of transition over to the channel itself, I wanted to let you all know that I'm basically going to be turning this channel into more of a gaming diary moving forward. I basically just want to upload around the things that I love and I'm passionate about with regards to gaming, and also kind of take this channel in a direction where I can make videos about games that I've never played before or have played, and experiment with doing essay videos, deep dives, and retrospectives of sorts. And I'm still very young and in my early 20s, and so there are still many games out there that I still have yet to play myself and that I would like to speak on and kind of bring you all along for the journey. I'll probably also occasionally post about Call of Duty, but that could be a little lesser considering, again, for me with that franchise, even though it's the one I know the most, it's the one that I want to be able to find new and interesting ideas for me to make content out of. So other than that, I mainly am going to be focusing on just trying my best to play new games and speak about those. That might not always constitute frequent uploads, but to me it's about the quality and the passion that I put into each one that I want you all to see in how I make these things. So that's just an update for me if you were wondering where I've been and how I've been dealing with all this for the last few years, and so now I'm ready to get back into the swing of things here with this channel, and so without a further ado, let's get right into this new video. So this was a video that I was actually very passionate to want to make because it revolves around 3 games that I have gotten the chance to play in the last however many years for the first time, and it was with a heavy heart that we have to talk about the fact that EA, or Electronic Arts as they go by, is going to be shutting down their multiplayer modes. This is a topic that I honestly don't know if many people will even cover, if any at all, which is why I wanted to do it myself. Those games are Battlefield Bad Company 2, Dead Space 2, and my personal favorite of the bunch, Crysis 3. Now, I imagine the main reason why these multiplayer modes for these games are getting shut down is because of the fact that they are older games and they probably don't have a player base anymore to warrant them even being online. As much as that really sucks to say, that's just how these things work. As it is, they are also on one of the older generations now with regards to the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and by my account, I don't think anybody's even playing those consoles anymore. That is, of course, unless you have the ability to play these games on backwards compatibility, which I had gotten the chance to do so. Even with that in mind, clearly they just didn't sustain well enough. As it is, they also have a deep connection to me because I thoroughly enjoy playing all 3 of them. The footage that you see on screen of all 3 is my footage and what I was able to capture before they will eventually be going offline. So if this is the last ever up-to-date gameplay footage you see of these games, it is here to stay here on my channel. Starting with Battlefield Bad Company 2, this is actually one that I got a chance to play for the first time back in 2014, 4 years after its initial release. Since 2014, I actually have not had gotten the chance to play the game once, but when I did play it back in the day, it was such a fun time, and those older Battlefield games to this day are simply some of the better ones in the franchise, even though personally Battlefield 1 is my favorite of all of them and one of my favorite games of all time. From the campaign to the multiplayer, I simply just enjoyed myself too much playing this, and even though I had not played the original Bad Company or Battlefield 3 for that matter at the time, it was still one that they were giving players the ability to do so on backwards compatibility for free, and so I snagged it up and I thought overall that it was a good purchase to get. The multiplayer, of course, as I said already, is going to be going offline as of me recording this on December 8th. I don't personally know how many people are going to see this video until then, but if you do, if you feel like you have the ability to get some buddies together and create some lobbies to play for the last few days, by all means, I implore you to do so. This game was just such a blast to play, and again, it's just such a sad story that we do have to eventually see this one go offline, and so let's just cherish the memories as we do get closer and closer to that December 8th shutdown. So that to me was the least of the three, and now I want to move over to the next one on the list, which is Dead Space 2 and its multiplayer mode. This is a very weird one for me because Dead Space as a franchise is one that I actually fully completed, including the remake, all the way through for the first time at the beginning of 2023 in the span of 2 months. I played all 4 games, and I had such a good time playing each and every one, even if the third one wasn't my least favorite of the 4. The second one, however, is to this day the one that has a multiplayer mode. Why that's the case, I have absolutely no idea, but I can tell you right now, I somehow did manage to get myself into a couple of multiplayer lobbies at the time when I played it, and including this one that you see on screen right now, which was recorded just the other day. And honestly, for the kind of game that Dead Space is, I found it so fascinating that this was able to give me such good and fun moments. But the thing that I take away the most from a multiplayer experience like this is that it just comes from a game that you wouldn't expect a multiplayer mode to come from, since Dead Space are known for being more single-player driven games. I imagine the multiplayer was really not that talked about at the time into the state that it was, and it's insane to me that I was even able to find a way to play the multiplayer mode. Like I said already, the footage that you see on screen is all from me, and I have another video of the multiplayer mode on my channel as well from a couple of months ago when I did play this game originally, if you want to go check that out. This game, like the other two, is also going to be going offline on December 8th. Like with Battlefield 2, I definitely implore anybody here who's watching this that if you are an OG of Dead Space 2 multiplayer and you actually played this at the time of the game's release, by all means go and try and see if you are able to get a lobby together and play it for one last time. The final game, and the one that means the most to me on this list, is Crysis 3. I first got this game with backwards compatibility back in 2018 in my early years of college. At the time, I had no idea what the series of this game was going to be about, but I had remembered seeing this game be promoted through a classic gaming show called X-Play. I don't know if anybody here is going to know what that is or remember that, but I used to remember watching that on TV, and this was one of the games that was getting talked about, and all those years later, when it was for backwards compatibility, I had to snag it, and even if it is the third out of a trilogy in which I still had not played the other 2 games. I completed the campaign of the game, and I didn't really think much of it, but it was the fun that was from the multiplayer that is where the crux of my love for this game comes from. Throughout the last 5 years, I have on and off been able to find many times to sit down and get into the lobbies with players and just have some of the most fun that I've ever had playing a video game on console. The friends that I was able to create playing this game, and then also some of the fun moments that I just had making videos out of it on YouTube, as I do have many others like it on my channel. There's just something about the unique experience that this game brings through its gameplay aesthetic that I will never forget, and that is why I am very happy that the creators behind this franchise are going to be making a 4th game coming in the future. Even though it saddens me that this version has to go offline, I'm still very much looking forward to what the makers of these games bring in the future for another one. It is a trade-off that I'm willing to accept, but it is also one that I'm very passionate to talk about because of how much I loved playing it. Like I said with the others, this one also is going to be going offline on December 8th. I honestly actually might make another separate video just on this game alone because that's just how much it means to me. I also real quickly want to give a shout out to all the people that I got a chance to meet and play with over the years, and I certainly hope that they are able to watch this video. Shady9, Frosty Cold, Halfway Mink, Vicho, Capital JJ, Curving End, Don Bunny Rabito, Radiant Nova, Sneecho, and then the man who kicked my ass in every single game that we played, Vinicius. If I'm missing anybody's names, I sincerely am going to apologize for that, but just know that you all gave me so many great moments of fun when playing this game, and I'm not going to forget about it. Hopefully when Crysis 4 comes out, we can all find a way to get back together and play again. So yeah guys, I've got nothing more to really say about this. I mean, I just wanted to make this video because again, I care so much about these games that I've played, but I also care about the moments and the memories that came along with it, and also the friends that I made along the way. These are childhood things that I'm not going to get again, and so these games do mean so much to me, more than probably many other games that have been shut down over the years, and I feel like it warranted me making a video on this. I won't probably make many videos like this one moving forward, but sometimes you just have to take some time to appreciate what you've been through in your life and talk about it. So I sincerely hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you are new here, and turn on that notification bell. I would very much appreciate that. My next goal on this channel is to reach 3,000 subscribers. And please also finally comment down below your thoughts on this happening, but also if you are somebody who has had memories of playing these games. I really want to hear your stories down below. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day and a great start to the week, and I will see you all soon for another video. This is Orion, signing out.